welcome to the Nonsense Gaming Podcast, the podcast where we chill and talk about gaming and nerd culture from the casual's perspective. We're happy to have you here as we explore our topic for today, mixed multiplayer online games. Joining us today we have Steven.
Hello.
But first, as always, let's introduce our hosts. As always, I am Kitty.
I'm Uni.
And I'm Roxy.
And now before we go into our rundown for tonight, welcome to Season 3, everybody!
Woo! Let's go!
I can't believe we made it.
It's gonna be the best season by far. I already feel it in my bones.
And in order to give you the best content, we got a fun little update for you. Instead of going for every Saturday, we will be moving to every other Saturday for at least Season 3. And so don't worry, we got some awesome content coming out for everybody, but we just wanted to give the little heads up. Okay, Roxy, take it away with our rundown.
All right, let me give you a rundown of what we have in store tonight. We will begin our discussion with a rundown of the new patch in Genshin Impact. Sorry, there's so many patches and impacts in that sentence, it got confusing. We will then
I feel like there was one of each.
Okay, a new patch in Genshin Impact. Okay, say that 10 times real fast, alright?
No, I won't.
We will then hop into a game of Genshin trivia, hosted by someone who doesn't play Genshin. I wonder who that is. That's actually me and Kitty. After, we will take a deep dive into our love of mixed multiplayer online games. Finally, we will close out the night by ranking the Genshin recipes.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, no.
Yes,
just
only
5
of them.
we chose. 5 of the most delicious already. I mean, they
and
look
now,
pretty good.
Before we dive into our current event, as always, we can get to know our guest a little bit. Luckily, we've had Steven on here before, but give us a little rundown on your experience with MMOs.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, Steven here again. I know I was on a bit ago, I think back in, was that season 2?
Yeah, you were actually on season 2, episode 1.
First one again.
I mean, so I have a bit of experience with MMOs. I know the main one I kind of played way back was RuneScape. Played a ton of that back in high school, and even junior high and stuff like that. So, that's, to be honest, that's kind of like my main experience with it.
Did you ever get 99 in anything in RuneScape?
Yeah, a lot. Most of the combat ones, and then a lot of the others like cooking.
Oh, so you played a lot of RuneScape.
Yeah, I played a lot.
Okay, because you made it sound like, oh, I dabbled in RuneScape a bit. It's like, oh, I have several 99s. No. Okay, that's not dabbling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'm glad I asked.
Okay, Uni, well, take us into our current event, please.
Okay, yes, the new Genshin patch is 1.2, so basically a new area opened up. It's called Dragon's Spine, and it's a little chilly mountain, basically, where you freeze to death and fight dead pigs. And there's also new characters. There's Albedo, he's cute, and there was Ganyu. She's cute. She looks like a little goat. I'm just saying, they're very cute. But into specifics, I don't really know, to be honest. So we're gonna let Steven cover that.
Yeah. So the Dragonspine area was really nice. Kind of like segue into other parts of like the content we didn't know about. It's nice because like, we weren't actually expecting a lot from 1.2, just because I know they have a patch every 6 weeks, and it was nice to actually get a new area in 1.2 rather than just kind of like quests and stuff from 1.1. So that was exciting. And Albedo, he's very interesting. I know I pulled him and I was able to get him just because I kind of pulled a lot on this banner. Just got a bunch of my gems saved up, which is kind of like the currency you kind of like use to pull it. But yeah, he's kind of sus. Not gonna lie, which I kind of like, to be honest. He is actually. He talks about like he destroyed this whole like or like I forget, he like destroyed this whole kingdom, and like he just
Yep.
came into this random one randomly, and then like was just promoted to like a high rank or something. So, and he just talks about like he's very mysterious, which is actually
That's
pretty
very
cool.
sus.
He's actually
Yeah.
sus.
So he's just
Yeah.
he's just an unknown villain, pretty much, or like a maybe villain.
Maybe
A
though, yeah,
maybe
we don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know.
Which is actually really interesting. That's the kind of thing I like about him. His playstyles, I would say kind of simple, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, but yeah.
He makes
yeah,
an elevator.
Yeah, he does. He kind of
say
just makes
more.
this yeah, he makes this like platform that you just like kind of like stand on, and it just rises.
Yeah, it goes up. It brings you up.
Yeah. So, but he's fun to play. And I know Ganyu just got recently released a couple like
Last
this
week?
last week, yeah, last week. She's an archer, which is actually interesting because I know a lot of we haven't seen any kind of like big archer people being released, or actually Child was.
Child
my
was.
bad.
Yeah,
But,
he's
I
mostly
think
in
he's a
melee
different-
form anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a different playstyle, which is cool, and
Mhm.
actually the new characters they're bringing out is actually interesting because they start to bring a lot more different playstyles to, rather than just like the hack and slash, which a lot of
Mhm.
the original ones that came out were kind of like. So yeah, but that's like the main thing for 1.2, and I know they came out with some more events. I know they have some more filler events usually in quests and stuff. But
Oh yeah, we got a
anything.
pet. Yes.
the Sealy, yeah.
Yeah, we got pets.
Mhm.
They're so baby.
Wait. So it's just like a pet for the character, or a pet for the player, or what?
It's like a little round blob, and it follows you around, basically.
A little blob.
Yep,
Okay.
a little
Yeah.
blob with ears,
Yeah.
and it
That's
makes
the best
little
kind of pet.
noises. It's so cute.
Okay, well, a blob with ears, I feel, is very different from just a regular blob.
Exactly. And it's
like the,
its ears grow and
choo-choos.
stuff.
In Breath of the Wild, like the little choo-choos. You know what I'm talking about? Is it like that?
I didn't get far enough into the game to be
I've just started like really diving into Breath of the Wild, even though it was released like 4 years ago. So
I've played
It's,
10
like, top of
minutes
mind for
it.
me.
I'm only 10
No.
minutes in.
okay, wait. One thing I'm really curious about with Genshin
Mhm.
is like, what is the combat like? Is it like WoW? Is it sort of like more I guess like free, if that makes sense? Like something like do you know, it's like point and click. Like I guess like what's the combat like?
It's like, okay, so like every character has like elements, like different elements,
Mhm.
basically, and then most of the combat's kind of like you use their elements to make reactions to do damage. I mean, you can just do regular damage too, but each character has different skills, and then you basically use that to make your team.
Okay.
And you can have like, so you can use up to 4 characters, and you like switch between them, basically.
I see.
If that makes
So-
sense. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's like each character has like their own like basic attack routine maneuver thing, which is basically just you left clicking, right?
Okay.
And
yeah.
then each of them have like an elemental skill, which is like they're usually like off it's just like a timer, like they have a
Cooldown.
certain timer cooldown, right? And you can just kind of like spam them whenever they come up. But then they also have an elemental burst, which also has a cooldown, but then also you need to like recharge it using these like, kind of think of it like mana, right?
Okay.
Where you need to like, when you get this mana from like using your elemental skill,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, so it sounds like pretty standard MMO style combat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. And
Okay,
then, but
okay.
the interesting thing is that it's a lot more focused too about team building, because each character is like aligned with a certain like element, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually how you get the most damage isn't just using just one character, it's usually like a combination and making these like elemental reactions.
Oh,
So it's nice
that's
that-
really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So it's like when
amazing.
how you mix and match different characters, even though they're like one of the better kind of like more meta team comps right now are using like a bunch of characters that are considered by themselves not that great, but together are like really really good because they like synergize really well with each other.
It seems like it puts an emphasis on the most fun part of MMOs, which is like raiding with a squad, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
actually really cool. I actually like that idea for an MMO. I should pick up Genshin. Man, I've been meaning to.
You
I should
should.
just do it.
They're so
Looks
cute.
fun.
The men are so cute. The next patch, there's
men?
the cute man I've been waiting for. You should do it.
Oh my gosh.
This is where uni breaks her bank.
No. I've been saving. I think I can get him without spending money. Me and Steven did math.
Yeah.
We pray.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's move right along in here into our Genshin trivia hosted by
Oh,
me,
no.
someone who does not play Genshin. So we're just gonna see how this flows, alright?
Yeah, I don't know how hard or easy these are gonna be because I don't know what kind of
that's the
questions
problem.
you made.
That's the thing, neither do I. I don't know how my questions are, because truth be told, they're not my
God.
questions.
Okay.
I did the big Google search of Genshin Impact trivia and then like picked some questions that I thought were doable.
Nice.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. But I got no clue.
All right.
So we're on a
Let's go.
journey here.
Woo.
Oh my gosh. I'm also going to be taking kind of stabs in the dark, but we'll see if I can answer any of these or not.
Okay. So
group
first
effort.
question is, what is Fischl's position at the Adventurers Guild?
Oh God. Official's position at the Adventurers Guild?
The receptionist.
No.
Okay.
No, she's not. She's
She's. Oh God, I know it.
I know it too.
No. It's. Oh no. This is so hard, actually. This one, it's because.
Wait, is it
there was,
multiple choice or just?
No, we
No,
have to
I
guess.
don't.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
We know because there was an event where they told us what she was, I think.
Yeah,
right?
they
Officials
told
event.
us.
Yeah, they literally told us. Her position at the Adventurers Guild. I can't
Okay.
even. I don't know.
Okay,
She
okay.
talks so weird. I
can
She-
help here. I can.
okay.
Unless Steven, you gotta guess.
No, this is kind of
No?
a shot.
Okay,
Is
okay.
she
This
like?
one's a little hard. This one's
I'm making this multiple choice on the spot. Okay. Okay.
okay.
Is she an officer, a general, or an investigator?
Oh,
Investigator?
I think I know. Isn't she an investigator?
Yeah, I think she's investigator.
Yeah, she's an
The other two
investigator.
don't make sense. Yeah, I think.
That's correct. She's an
She's an
investigator.
investigator.
Good job, team. This is a team sport now,
it's a group
right?
effort. It's a group effort.
Always a group
Perfect.
effort. Okay. How many times will Diana's elemental burst heal a character? Is it 3, 7, 5, or 6?
I think I know this one. I think I counted it.
You
'Cause I was actually
counted
doing
it?
yeah, because I was doing testing. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, how many times is Dana?
I
think
think
it's
6.
What? I think it's 6. Yeah.
Yeah. We both use, I use her, so I think it's 6.
You'd be right, is 6.
Woo! Yeah.
Go team, let's go.
I don't count, but I use her, so I was pretty sure that it's 12 seconds, and I think it's every 2 seconds it goes off.
Yeah. It's every 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Okay.
That was much better.
What is... Okay, so you guys know... How do I spell it? How do I pronounce it? Diona?
Diona, yeah.
Yeah, Dana.
Diona, okay. What is Diona's constellation called?
Oh, I know this one. I know this one without any multiple
Do you actually?
choice. Yeah, I know
No, I
this
actually
one.
don't know.
I know this one. It's wait, can I say it?
Yeah?
Yeah. dude.
It's I don't know how to say it, like pronounce it, but I think it's Feles, like Feles.
That's correct.
Feles? I don't know.
You got it. That's correct.
Fearless last
Wait,
week.
it's correct?
Okay.
Yeah. My mic makes me doing something weird because I totally said you were correct, and then you're like, was that correct?
Yeah, we're just like waiting. We're like, it's not.
Yeah, we were like waiting, really, isn't it? Yes!
gosh.
No, I only know this because I use her.
Oh.
You guys have a lot about Genshin.
Yeah.
It's like these seem like such far-reaching questions. Like, how do you know this?
They are kind of far-reaching, to be honest.
Yeah, these ones actually are. I only know this one because I was interested because Mona is one of the characters and she talks a lot about every character's constellations. So that's why I went to go look at what they were all called. So that's why I know it.
Okay, moving right along here then. Who is that red Bernie friend mentioned by Razor?
Oh.
It's
Is
Klee,
it
right?
Klee?
It's
Is it
Klee,
Klee?
right? It has to be Klee.
Yeah, it's Klee.
I remember so basically in the story, like it's part of the storyline at the very beginning. And Razor's like that Bernie friend, and we went to go find like Amber, but it wasn't Amber, which was like seems like the right person. It was Klee, it's a girl that throws bombs, basically.
Yeah, it's a child.
It's a child, like a literal like child. She's like 10. I don't know.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah, she's like Ziggs, but in like little girl form.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Okay,
amazing.
okay. Moving right along.
Yes.
How many members does Benny's adventure team have?
Oh, Benny.
It's just him.
Oh, it's just him.
Yeah.
One.
It's just
Yeah,
him. One.
so it's one. Yeah, you just
Just Benny? Wait, just Benny? What happened to poor Benny?
So he's considered to be very unlucky, and everyone has died in unfortunate events.
no.
Oh my god. Benny,
So
no.
he doesn't have.
He doesn't have
Anyone
a
else
team because he's unlucky, and they all are gone.
Can I play with Benny? Can I like join just to play with Benny? I feel bad for Benny.
It's okay. Me and we can both use him. We
Yeah, I
both
believe
use him.
both.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Very good. Very good.
No, that brings me to like, sorry, it's just like a side note. It's just like I was on Reddit the other day, and here, maybe if I can quickly pull it up. But it was very similar to how they talked about like Bennett not like having anyone on his team. And I think this one Reddit post was like, oh, like no one pays attention to like Kaya's storyline, right? And how he like give me a second, just if I can find it. But basically yeah, about how his like storyline's very like sad, right? And how like his like kind of like the town he was born was very like his home was destroyed, his own father abandoned him, and as soon as he found like happiness again, his new family, the new father he grew to love died in front of him.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
This
and
man
then
is some
like
luck.
his brother or like his adopted brother Deluc, like after deciding like to tell like who's like Deluc like what happened, he like abandoned him as well. Yeah, and then like on his character's birthday he's like, oh, usually get like a book and like a heartwarming letter, but Kaya basically gives you a drink and an invitation to come drink your problems away at a tavern, basically. And then at the very end of this post he's like, there's one more abandonment, also there's one more abandonment Kaya has gone through that I didn't mention when you dropped him from your team. Yeah, because a lot of people don't play him anymore.
Oh my god, I don't play him. I feel bad. Oh, wait, okay, but to be fair, I want to use him. It's okay. Oh wait, he technically is on my team right now. He's on my sexy male team.
That's what that reminded me of. Just like,
that's so sad, actually.
how-
That's depressing.
Dude, that hit home, dude.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
When I read that, I was like, damn.
The final
like-
betrayal.
That's
Yeah.
just a mic drop moment. You know,
Oh
when
my-
you dropped him from your team.
Yeah, just dropped him from your team. Great.
He trusted you, dude. Honestly, he probably doesn't trust anyone at this point, though.
But yeah, he's one of the
Yeah.
like characters you get at the beginning for free. Like you get to play him regardless. But I think people usually roll someone they would rather play, and that's why he gets dropped.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the free to play characters get dropped immediately. That's so sad. Now I feel bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Well, rolling right on with the questions.
Bro, just ripped my heart in two. Okay.
Kitty will keep us moving on.
So this one is fill in the blank.
Okay.
I hope I pronounce it Xinyan.
Oh,
It's like
Xinyan? Yeah.
Xinyan?
Xin-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xinyan.
Xinyan is Liu Harbor's sole blank musician.
Oh, say it
Ru-
again?
Oh, I think I know, but say it again.
So Xinyan is Liu Harbor's sole blank musician. So like it's a type of music.
Oh, the only blank musician. Okay, okay.
I think I know this. I think
I
Steven
mean,
should
like
know.
Roxanne. I think I know, but let's
Let's let Roxanne. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, of course. I should know this.
I
Is
mean,
it flute?
if it,
Well, we give her head
will it
sheet.
help if we tell you what instrument she plays? Maybe.
Wait, well, I mean, wouldn't that be the answer?
No.
Not necessarily.
No.
Oh,
She's-
is it like
she's a guitar.
jazz? Oh, rock.
Ah, actually, I think you got
The
it's
sole
rock and roll.
musician.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rock and roll.
Yeah. You did it,
Hell yeah.
Roxy. Woo!
Thank you. It's like when you lead the horse to like. Oh man, perfect. Great teamwork, boys.
Teamwork.
We love to see it. Okay, so the remaining questions I have, I think I got 3 here, are
Okay.
true or false. Okay?
Okay.
So first
Okay.
one.
Alright.
True or false? Almond tofu is a signature dish at Wangshu Inn.
True.
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 I think true.
Yes, it's
It's
true.
not just copying everyone. Wow. I totally knew the answer to that.
Yes. Okay.
True or false? An anemo can trigger a swirl reaction with Geo.
False.
Yeah, that's not true.
Well, actually, okay. If Roxy knew the elements, I think she would know that that's not true. It just doesn't make much sense. Basically, Animo is wind and Geo's rock. So basically, it's like, can
Oh.
you make a tornado with a
Of
rock?
course not. Of
But
course
like,
not.
yeah.
No. Fire tornadoes are much more effective.
Yes, this is true.
Honestly, I think a
This is
rock
much-
tornado would also be pretty scary. Just a bunch of rocks.
It would be
Swirling
actually. If you actually could swirl the rocks, it would be pretty painful.
Yeah.
Dude, Malphite Yasuo, alright? The duo you didn't know you needed.
Oh, that's actually a good combo, though. So. The Malphite Yasuo.
Dude, beautiful.
Okay, so last one here.
Yes.
True or false? A wind wheel aster is a regional specialty that can be obtained from Storm Terror's lair.
Yes,
Ooh.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's true, but why?
We collect those all the time.
Yeah, we
It's
collect
because,
those all the time.
so the unlucky guy, Bennett, that we talked about just now, he uses those to, like, level up, basically. So.
Oh, see,
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was a food.
Oh, it's a flower. It's a flower.
It's a
Oh,
flower.
but it says a regional specialty. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like a cuisine. We're so ready for this
Actually,
wind
we
wheel
don't even know what
aster.
to do with them though. So they could eat them.
You could
Level
do
up.
it, I guess. Maybe he eats them to level up. You never know. Yeah, lots of regional specialties are like, some of them are mushrooms, some are dandelions. I mean, dandelions.
Dandelions? Wow, that's a way to pronounce dandelions there, Nee.
Sorry, I listened to John too much. Oops. What else is there? There's Yeah, a lot of them are flowers, actually, now that I think of it. There's a lot of flowers. A lot of flowers.
Okay.
Mushrooms. Yep.
Sweet. Well, that wraps up our game of Genshin trivia by someone who doesn't play Genshin.
Yes! They were actually, like, good
They were
questions.
actually nice,
They
yeah.
were, like,
Good.
hard and easy.
Credit to whomever actually made the questions, because it wasn't me. I'll put links in the show notes, but it wasn't me.
I feel like that kid in class where the prof is like, all right, raise your hand if you think this is the answer. And you kind of wait for like a few kids to raise and you get the majority. And then you're like, all right, yeah, I'm raising my hand. Oh, God.
No, you
beautiful.
got it, Roxy. You answered.
Oh, yeah, no, I just knew this all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Genshin.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
gonna start playing soon anyways. No.
Exactly. This will help me, you know? Now I know how Benny levels up, right?
Exactly.
Right.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, well, let's slide right on into our main segment for tonight then. So we've heard Steven's experience with MMOs, but let's quickly go around the table and see what everybody else has got in terms of experience. I mean, obviously, well, let's start with you, Ning. You play Genshin?
just a little, just dabble a bit, you know. Just hasn't been my life for the past, like, how many months has it been out? I don't actually know.
Like,
When did I
six-
get this?
I think we
6?
got it September, didn't we?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
wait, or was it October?
No, I think it was
was somewhere.
October. Well, either way,
So
September,
October,
October.
yeah.
It's
So-
taken my life over since then. But before that, I played WoW for about 1 day. 1 to 2 days.
Very
maybe.
nice. Very nice.
I was
yeah.
going to continue playing, and then I didn't. Not because I didn't like it, I just didn't.
Great.
I don't know why, but that's pretty much my experience with MMOs.
All right. How about you, Roxy?
So, first MMO I played was probably like Guild Wars 2. I played that game. Oh my god, I played the game so much in junior high school. A ridiculous amount. I actually ended up 100%ing the game. So that means like I got all the quests done, everything, right? That game was like my year, okay? So I played a ton of Guild Wars 2. Then I played a decent amount of WoW, you know, for the Horde, right? And then most recently I've played some Black Desert, and then I've gone sort of back into WoW. Now I have sort of settled into playing WoW every once in a while, but that's sort of like my resting place now.
It's just a safe space to go back to.
Yeah, it is. WoW is one of those games where you kind of know there's always going to be support for it. It's always going to kind of be something I can come back to and play when there's like a new expansion that comes out that looks fun. So I just kind of have that on the back burner.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like I have definitely, well, surprise, surprise, I have the least experience of any of us here. Because the only experience I have with MMOs is one afternoon of Black Desert with Jenna, to which I didn't even get to the part where you play with other people. So does it even count as multiplayer at that point?
I mean, you played it.
I did.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you enjoy
But
it?
that's yeah, it was a lot of fun, and but like I was definitely in that point in my life where I was not willing to pay to play games, and you know there's an upfront fee if you want to go past the tutorial for Black Desert, so I didn't.
Yes.
WoW is free to 20, kitty. WoW is free to level 20. It's ready to embrace you with open arms whenever you're ready.
Don't tempt me.
Then it's only like $20 a month from there.
Holy crap!
Oh, wait, I think that's why I stopped playing. Because I heard that I had to spend like $20 a month, and I was like, nope. And I stopped playing.
Do you have to?
immediately.
Okay, so like if you cancel your subscription, does all of your progress go away?
No, they keep your progress. You just can't play on those high-level characters until you pay again.
Okay.
So I just will like pay for a month here or there when I like want to play something. But I'm not like constantly paying $20 a month.
Well, because that'd be super mean. That would be like
I think
you
it's
put-
like 18 to be fair.
well, 18 versus 20, like
18
that's
Canadian,
still
all right? It's like 15 US, all right? Like, it's not great, but it's fair, I think.
fair enough.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I don't know. That's like I don't even know what to compare it to. That's like a Netflix subscription and a half. You know?
Yeah,
How much
yeah.
is
So, yeah.
RuneScape?
It's actually decently cheap. So most of it's actually, well, a good chunk of it is actually free to play. It's not until I guess like much higher, like better content. The kind of crappy thing is like once you go pay to play or once you like pay a bit for like a membership for a bit, it's really hard to go back to free to play because you just have everything's just like my account right now is just all like if I log in I wouldn't be able to do anything just because all my like gear and everything and all the things I normally use are like membership, what they call.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually pretty not too expensive. I think you can get a membership for like $20 for 3 months, I think, which is actually pretty decent.
That's not bad.
And
price.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think also if you play a ton, you can like buy a membership with RuneScape money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So yeah, there's a way that you can do it where you can buy these things called bonds, and you can actually trade them against other players. And if you can also use like in-game currency to like buy these bonds, and you can redeem them for like a 14-day membership. So a lot of people actually do that where especially if they good ways to get income and stuff, they actually just pay their membership completely just by doing stuff in game.
Well, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
that's like gives you an option.
Mm-hmm. But it's also like a lot more investing in the game because they are pretty expensive. Like significant amount of investment, time investment into getting that much.
So it's
Yeah.
like the company's basically just throwing them a bone at that point. Like,
Yeah.
you've done
Addicted,
enough.
Like I've destroyed your life, so I guess you can keep playing for free.
Yeah, basically.
Like, well,
Mhm.
you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So from the perspective of really not knowing too much about MMOs like at all, what is the basic premise or like idea behind most of them? Like,
I'll take this question. I'll take this. In general, how it works usually is there is sometimes like a loose main quest line. There doesn't really. I mean, usually there is some sort of overarching plot, but it's usually not very important that you know what's going on at all. Basically, what you do is you go around, you talk to people and collect quests. Then you complete those quests for rewards to get better gear. Eventually, after you've leveled up enough, you can combine with other players to go on into big dungeons and raids where you can get really cool armor and loot. And rinse and repeat. That's basically, I think, most MMOs in a nutshell.
Yeah,
but I
that's-
don't know if
it's-
Genshin's the same.
It's pretty
Yeah.
similar, yeah.
Like I'm not sure about like I've never played Guild Wars or World of Warcraft, but I know RuneScape was very grindy, and like now Genshin's starting to get grindy as well.
Yeah, we're like
Right? I'm not sure if that's a common
Yeah.
thing in MMOs where it's just you're just grinding a lot basically for gear, for loot, for levels.
Yeah.
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 Once you get
Guild
past
Wars
the
and-
point.
wow, I like that too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
100%.
it's basically like that, yeah, because Genshin's the same. There's like a plot line, although I find the plot line really interesting. I don't know how needed it is, though, like if like necessary to know the plot line, but I like knowing the plot line, and yeah, you just collect a bunch of quests and do domains together, basically.
And so is the plot developing with each patch that they're putting out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
It's
actually
so interesting now.
it's actually really extremely like I think the story they put together for Genshin is actually even just like if you just play basically just to do like the quests and stuff and for the story, I think that's just fun because I think the story was actually really really cool and there's so much like lore and everything about it, which is actually what keeps me wanting to like know more about what's going on.
Yeah, I love it too.
That's pretty unique. Usually MMOs have pretty bad plot lines in my opinion. Like Guild Wars 2, love the game. I have no idea what happened during the plot. World of Warcraft, I know what happens during the plot, but that's from lore videos and has nothing to do with the gameplay I've played. And then Black Desert, I vaguely remember parts of the plot had a bit more of an engaging plot, but nothing to write home about. So if Genshin has a decent plot, that's actually a huge point in its favor.
Yeah. I think a really cool thing they're doing is like they're keeping things like right now they're keeping a lot of like it seems like there's a lot of things connected, but you don't know if they're actually connected or if you're just like making it up in your head kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they keep a lot of mystery behind like certain characters. Like for example, Abeda, I like him because he's like, and he's connected to a bunch of people too because, so he's part of like this like Knights of Favonius, which is like this basically like a group of like knights, and he only like recently got in, and how he got kind of like promoted was he got a letter of recommendation from this person named Alice, and Alice is like Klee's mom,
The girl that
which is
bombs
like
it.
another character.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like,
and it's interesting too. Yeah, which is very interesting because it's like it's connecting a bunch of different characters together, which I kind of like, and they don't have their own separate thing, but and they're keeping it like mysterious and stuff, which I actually like, really like.
And so does it make the gameplay, I guess, richer if you finish? I don't want to call it finish because like I guess with those games there's not really a finish point, but like if you were to like say grind out more levels or get access to more story of a point as new banners come out, does that like I guess it's like instead of binge watching a series on Netflix, it's like watching it week to week almost, I guess is what I want to compare it to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
kind of
actually,
thing.
yeah, basically, because we're kind of like we're basically like at the max point we can be, I guess. We're just like slowly grinding, and we have no more story until like the patch comes out or like they add something. So yeah, it basically feels like we're just watching episode to episode.
Yeah.
Does Genshin have like a soft or hard level cap?
I'm pretty sure it's I don't know if this would be considered hard or soft, but right now there's like, well, like for character levels, there's right now a hard cap at like level 90,
Okay,
right,
yeah.
for characters, but you can have like your overall like team, which is like your adventure rank, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right now, like there's like, I don't know if it's
Basically a
softer.
hard
I'm pretty sure it's
cap.
just where it's like it's level AR55, where like it's like apparently will take like 3 months of like
Yeah.
playing
Okay.
to like get there, to get to
Like
56.
soft cap, but
Yeah.
it's like really slows down. That's sort
Yeah.
of how like Black Desert is.
Yeah.
It's like technically there's no level cap, but it will take you actually 3 years to get another level. So it's like
Yeah.
okay, that's basically a level cap. Like thanks though.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely until for them to release new content for sure, and I
Yeah.
think then the AR might go up, or we'll see.
Probably.
And so I'm curious, Roxy, have you ever played an MMO with a soft cap, and how do you essentially get people from becoming too overpowered when they're playing with one another?
So the only one I played with even a remotely soft cap was Black Desert, and the soft cap is so difficult at the end stages that it's basically not an issue because it would take you literally 3 years to get a level. Like at some points, like it is actually that bad. So it's basically a hard cap masquerading as a soft cap. So yeah.
Okay.
I think WoW actually reduced their hard cap and sort of like squished down all the levels recently because like things were sort of creeping up. I think they put it down to like 60 again from like 120. So I think that's a good choice.
And so
'cause, like,
with the hard caps, you're pretty much relying on the company to release more and more content then, because as soon as you get to the point, I mean, I don't know that you would ever with the breadth of information in such a game. But like there is a possibility that someone could like hard cap each, I guess I want to call them champions or characters in their team, and then that's it. Like there's really nothing more to do.
No, because usually at that point, a lot of people say, especially with WoW, that you don't even start playing WoW until you hit the level cap.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the content that's available to you once you hit the level cap, which is so many more dungeons you're able to actually fight in properly. Because like when you're a lower level, you can't actually do a lot of these bigger dungeons and actually help your team. And that's where you get all your like crazy loot, which people love to flex their loot, and I think that's like a huge part of the game for most people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like making your character look amazing and like, you know, like, okay, this is like WoW in a nutshell. It's like you're in a starting area wearing like peasant's clothes, and these like level like 120 like characters come by flying dragons that are powered by like the love of the universe, all right? And like they're wearing these like flaming like chest plates and like these crazy hats and things, and you're just like, one day that'll be me. You know, that's like basically my WoW experience. So,
So yeah,
I would say this.
Go ahead.
No, I would say that's the same thing with like RuneScape. I know when I played, it's like
yes,
I was getting the same vibe from Genshin, where it's like the best content isn't until like you're at the very end,
Yeah.
kind of thing. When you're like really close to like fully maxing, kind of like
Yeah.
Okay.
characters and players and stuff like that. Yeah.
So like coming from my league background here, it's like when you used to hit that hard cap of level 30 and you could play ranked.
yes,
Except it's
yes.
not.
Yes.
Just a bunch of people
Exactly
yelling
like
at you.
that,
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
You
Kitty,
don't experience the real game until you at the end.
yeah, this is true.
And so how do you, I guess this is more of a question from a game developer perspective, but like how do you make it so that it's still, or how do you guys experience the fun of it even when you're not at that max level, I get the real game now kind of thing?
So I actually prefer the grind. Because the way I play MMOs for the most part is something in the background. Like for me, they're like the ultimate relaxation experience because I'll be playing this sort of game where I feel like I'm making progress, but I'll be listening to a podcast and it's just like super chill. I actually prefer just grinding out levels to doing raids. Raids are fun every once in a while with like a group of friends, but yeah, I don't know. That's just for me, the fun is actually the grindy part, which I think may not be most people's experience. So I don't know.
I'm curious what Eunice and Steven think.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm more of I think why, like, I like MMOs, I would say. It's just that I've only played, I think the big one that most people know is RuneScape, just because it's a big time investment, right? Where I haven't like I know I was thinking about World of Warcraft a couple years ago, and I know this year I was thinking about maybe playing Final Fantasy, but it's just like they take so much time to actually, because they're so grindy, but they're like fun, so that's why I can only like commit to like maybe like one at a time, which right now is, even though I wouldn't say Genshin's a actual proper MMO, there is it has MMO like aspects of it, but it's still like very similar as that. It's like you take some time to like grind stuff out, so but yeah, I do enjoy that part as well.
Yeah, it's just like very relaxing.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. That's like I don't know, a lot of people don't like grinding, but it's pretty like fun after you get to that point and you're just like, wow, my character looks all cute already. Well, in Genshin they always look cute because they have clothes, but you have fun just like making them strong and like testing stuff out and stuff. So yeah, that's the fun part, I think, for us.
Right, so it sounds like there's like a whole big community, and I mean with multiplayer online games, obviously you get to meet people over the internet. I imagine that transitions into community even outside, you know, when you meet people online, right? Even with League, you have people that you can connect with and play together, and then just like meet in real life. It's like, oh, I finally actually met you. But I'm curious, has anybody ever like had an experience with community outside of like in the real world from an MMO?
Yeah, so like, okay, so when I was at PAX back in, I think it was like middle of high school for me, so it's been a while, okay? I was at like the Smash Bros tournament and I was talking to some people and they were like, oh, did you know there's like a Guild Wars 2 event going on after this? And I was like, oh, sweet, okay, I'll see you guys there, right? So fast forward, we're all at the Guild Wars 2 thing, you know, we're all chilling, and they're like, we have this huge announcement, okay? And everyone's hyped, right? Like, there's a bunch of like diehard Guild Wars 2 fanboys in this room, okay? The energy is like to the roof, everyone's so hyped, right? And the thing you gotta know about Guild Wars, okay, is that it sort of revolutionized the pricing model of MMOs to not just be like WoW, which is like $20 a month.
Mhm.
It was just like $80 flat. You can play it forever. It's yours, right? So this was like a really huge thing for Guild Wars, right?
Mhm.
And something that the fans like, they really liked because they didn't have to keep up, paying for it all the time, right?
Right.
So anyway, so we're all chilling there, we're all like super hyped. They're like telling us about like they're gonna make this new expansion and everything, but they have like this huge secret announcement, right?
Mhm.
And so at the very end they go, and now Guild Wars 2 is free to play. And everyone's just like pissed, okay? Because it's like read the room, okay? It's like a bunch of Guild Wars 2 fans who have paid so much to have already paid to play the game, right?
Oh,
That's why
no.
they're fans.
Mhm.
They're like, it's free to play, but you'll have to pay for the new expansion. And everyone's like, everyone's pissed, okay? I remember my friends being like, are you kidding me? Like, god damn, it's like, why would they announce that here, like, in a room full of fans? There was audible booing, okay? People were pissed, all right? And I felt I felt betrayed by the company at that point.
But did you buy the expansion pack?
Actually, I never did.
Okay.
I stopped playing Guild Wars after that
You
experience,
lost
actually.
one.
Oh no.
Yeah, they lost me there, because I was like, you know what, screw it, okay? I played this game. Now it's free to play, but like, the worst part, I felt so guilty because I had convinced a friend to buy the game for $80 2 weeks before this
Oh
happened.
no.
Okay, so I felt so bad. I felt so guilty because $80, especially when you're in high school, dude, that's like how much money you have for like a year. Okay. That was like 5 League of Legends skins. All right, it's heartbreaking stuff right there.
Oh no.
Oh no. I can honestly say
yeah.
when I was asking the question of like, have you built community outside like in the real world from these games, I was expecting like, oh yeah, I met a friend overseas and now we talk all the time because we met in the game. Not like this game screwed me and a bunch of people I met.
Dude, but it was like, I felt everyone's pain, It's like everyone in that room felt the raw emotion of rage, okay? Over this company just like swindling us once more.
Once more.
Oh my goodness.
God damn it, Guild Wars 2.
Well, here's hoping Genshin doesn't change their pricing model anytime soon.
This is true. Genshin is free to play right now, so
Just don't announce it in a room
can
full of
roll as
diehard
many-
fans.
Roll as much as you want. Ugh.
yeah, just roll as much as you want. Oh no, don't do it to me.
It'd be like in a room full of diehard Magic the Gathering fans, them saying, and now we're gonna start printing fetch lands like crazy. And it's like they already all own like $80 fetch lands.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the feeling in my soul.
Well, but
alright?
Magic the Gathering has definitely done that. Like, just for cards that were totally high up in price, and then it's just like, change one mechanic,
True.
and then it's like, doof, done.
True, but they probably didn't announce it like at a tournament, right? Because they didn't want riots in the streets.
Fair
They knew
enough.
better
You
than
know,
that.
you're an-
Wizards isn't crazy, all right?
Oh, man. Well, I think we're at a good point to transition right into our rankings for tonight, which we got 5 Genshin recipes, right?
Yes, sir.
So, guess first. Steven, why don't you start us off?
Sure. And I rank these kind of like how I normally rank everything when I play video games. It's just, how useful they are. Doesn't matter anything, nothing else matters. The first one would definitely be Mondstadt Hash Brown. Or actually, should I go first to last or?
Yeah, first to
You should
last.
go first to last.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mondstadt Hash Brown. This one was pretty close to Squirrelfish just because they both healed. Like, they're kind of like the best healing food in the game. It's just that the Mondstadt Hash Brown definitely is easier to make. And easier to like get ingredients for. So that was first. And then I'd say second is Squirrelfish. To be honest, I've never used this. I think I've made it before. I've never used it just because the other thing was just so much easier to make. So that's second. And So the next three, not gonna lie, not very useful. Didn't even know the noodles with mountain delicacies was a thing. Even though I've made like 8 of them already. So that's how much I literally keep to like what 4 food things in the game because that's all I need to
The
use.
useful ones.
Yeah. So
Did you make it for the achievement?
yeah,
Mastering
I
the
just made it
recipes?
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made it for it. Didn't even look what they had. There's like an achievement where you get like free gems to like, so you can use gems to roll on
If you
stuff.
master like 40 recipes, so
Yeah, so I just mastered a bunch of them. Didn't even look to see what they are called. But I would say, the next best one would probably be the lighter than air pancake, just because it's a reviving food, and those are sometimes hard to get. So I'd put that one. It's definitely not the most useful thing to make, to be honest, because I think there are better reviving food out there.
This
but
is, yes. Crab and ham bake.
Better than the other two. Yeah. And then I would say 4th is almond tofu, just because it increases attack, but not a lot, so I don't use it. And then definitely the last one was just noodles with mountain delicacies, because it just restores stamina, and like you regen stamina passively anyway, so like I just feel like it's not useful unless you're like literally swimming and about to drown.
Yeah.
And you just have to pop one of these.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Or climbing a mountain. Wait, it's actually been useful. Wait, okay. Steven always says that food is useless, and this we were both climbing a mountain, and we were both near the top, and we didn't have enough stamina, and I saw Steven drop down and die, but I had this food and I ate it and I lived, so it's useful. You know?
Dude, this sounds like Breath of the Wild.
One situation.
I remember this. I was like, oh, I'm about to die. Go into my inventory, eat those noodles with mountain delicacies, and I lived. So you know what? And I didn't have to climb the big mountain again. So I think it was worth. I don't know.
Sounds worth to me.
You know? They're useful.
Okay, well, what's your ranking then?
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't rank it based off usefulness. I ranked it based off how yummy they look. Okay. Number 1, lighter than air pancakes. They look so yummy. I would eat this in real life.
True.
Like actually,
this is
they look
true.
Delicious. Number 2, Mondstadt hash browns. I love hash browns, and these hash browns looks great. I would love to make pine cone hash browns in real life, right, Kitty?
Oh yes, I can't wait until you make those, and I'll have a standing appointment with the hospital. Can we wait until after the pandemic's over, please?
Pine cones are for the crunch. I feel like it'd be good. I don't know.
See, like
So
when I first
crunchy,
heard this,
so
I was
good.
like, this has got to be like some avant-garde thing, like where you put the pine cones on fire, it like gets a piney kind of smoke. You smoke the hash browns with the pine cone flavor, makes it taste really good. No, it's for the crunch.
Yeah, it's for the crunch.
For the crunch.
It's like the breading, you dip it in there, you got the crunch, you got the jam, you eat your hash brown, alright? It tastes good. But either way, the picture makes the hash brown look really yummy. I just saying, alright? Next one, noodles with mountain delicacies. It looks delicious. I don't even like mushrooms, which is like clearly in the picture, but this looks delicious. I would want to eat it.
Wait, you don't like mushrooms?
I don't
That
like
is
mushrooms.
treasonous. Okay, that is treasonous in these parts.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I don't like mushrooms. They're gross. I'm sorry.
Oof.
To be fair, I'm very picky. Like, I'm very picky eater, alright? So I just don't like
Yet you need pine cones.
I haven't
Yeah, I'm gonna
ate pine
call you out
cones
on that
yet,
one.
But how bad can
I
they
said
taste?
you'd like you would.
I would, because I already made a deal to eat them.
No.
But I feel like they can't taste that bad, right? Like John ate
I
a
feel
pine cone
I
off
feel
the
like they
floor.
can. I feel like they can.
What does bark taste like? I'd imagine they taste like bark.
I think it just tastes woody. Like, it can't be that bad. Like, I don't know.
I've never eaten wood before, so I feel like I don't even know. Like, I have no frame of reference for what that's supposed to taste like.
Up here we have so many different kinds of pine cones. Like you have like pine cone, which is like very hard and spiny. Maybe not the best, but then you can have like a spruce cone.
Yeah,
like
the
spruce.
flakies. Yeah,
Which is actually maybe a little bit more edible.
Yeah, see? Yeah, and we also did the research that they're edible when we won't die. When we...
Yeah, you won't die, they're also not recommended.
Okay, but like, the important part is that we won't die, right? Okay. So...
I've learned anything edible and food are two very different things. Crayons are edible, okay? That doesn't make them food. This is a direct call out, okay, to someone.
Oh, to many people, you mean? This is a direct call out
to many people. There's more than one
Anyone
crayon
who's
eater.
in the crayon and is listening, you know who you are.
Yes.
Oh god, where am I? Oh, right, okay. Rankings. 4th, almond tofu. I don't like tofu either, but it looks decent. Squirrelfish. I don't like fish, but it looks not great. That's so it's last.
I don't like fish, but it looks not great.
It doesn't look great. Like, I don't know. I love squirrels, and I wouldn't want to eat a fish that's shaped like a squirrel. Sorry.
It's shaped like a squirrel tail.
I still don't want to eat it. No, I'm okay. I'm a pass on that one.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Roxy, what do you rank them on?
All right, I ranked it on overall gut feeling. Okay. You know when you go to take a bite of something and you're like, you gotta know, like, okay, this is gonna be like an afternoon of pain, or like this is gonna be like I'm gonna be lethargic for like a week, or you're gonna be like this is gonna be like a really good snack, you know. So that's kind of what I went on, just like gut feel. Okay. Number 1, pine cone hash browns. Okay.
Yes.
It's just legendary, you know. Light snack out the door, it's beautiful. Start your day right. Okay, number 2, lighter than air pancakes. Again, you look at the picture. Look it up, folks, okay? These things look delectable, all right? Put this on your menu if you're a restaurant. Like, it'll fool me. I'll buy it. Number 3 is noodles with mountain delicacies. Anything with the word delicacy in it, okay? I'm there. Yeah, take my money. 4 is almond tofu. I'm like lukewarm on tofu. I'm lukewarm on almonds. Together, lukewarm.
It's just meh.
It's just
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Number 5, squirrelfish. The fish is a lie. It's not even a squirrel, people. They put squirrel in the title to like pretend like they actually killed squirrels in the process of making this. They didn't. I hate squirrels, and no squirrels were harmed. Okay, so
It's true. I checked
that's
the
a problem. That's a problem. It's just fish, people.
Yep. If you read did you read the description, Roxy?
Yes, I read.
Yeah,
Dude,
okay.
I remember what kind of person goes to a restaurant and they only look at the pictures, or they only like.
This is a direct call out, people.
Okay, if you're one of those people, start reading the ingredients. It might have cilantro in it, and none of us want that. Okay,
I want that, but that's another debate for another time.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That could get me started for an hour, so we better.
Oh, God.
The cilantro episode, okay?
The cilantro episode.
Game food episode there. Make it work.
True, actually true. That'll be
Yeah,
a topic.
make it
How do you
work.
feel about cilantro? Cilantro death debate, okay?
Oh man, okay. So my ranking was absolutely based on the recipe. And so it was how
Oh,
ridiculous the recipe is. So,
Perfect.
you know, the first one, you know, like the obviously number 1 is most ridiculous, and then 5 is like this makes sense.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So number 1 is the Mondstadt hash brown, because you should not put pine cones in hash browns. And
Never say
What
never.
do you
okay?
suggest to use instead then? I'm curious.
potatoes. Like
Just the potatoes? Do you know?
that's how regular hash browns are made. You crisp up the potatoes in a fry pan. The potatoes are the crisp, and they're also the not crisp. You don't need more. You don't need it.
Breaded or something? Or am I thinking of something else? Aren't hash browns, they have like a coating, don't they? Like a little breading, like.
Not any hash brown
Okay,
that I've
maybe-
ever had.
Okay, I might be crazy on this one. That's fine.
And-
I'm willing to concede that I'm crazy.
Additionally, maybe
That's
this is
fine.
just like a personal taste, but like I would not put jam on hash browns.
Wait, actually, true. Is there jam on this?
It's jam on the side. There's jam on the side.
But what you're meant to
Okay,
dip,
optional.
what you're meant to
It's
dip
optional.
the hash brown in the jam, which is like it doesn't make sense. So
To be honest, though, I sometimes just eat jam out the jar. So.
that's fine, but don't put a hash brown in it.
But they gave us the option, so.
It's just an option.
It's required. It's required for the recipe. I feel like you have to do it. And so like that
You can always
makes
see it after.
super ridiculous. It's got to be number one just for that reason. But the second one is squirrel fish, which also doesn't make a lot of sense. Because it.
Wait, which part?
Well, first of all, again, like what we've all been talking about, the lack of squirrel in the recipe.
Yeah. We have the lack of squirrel. literally.
And secondly, the flour makes sense. Fish makes sense. Tomato?
Ew.
Tomato and fish, I'm
Imagine
not
just
super feeling it,
Ew.
What is the tomato? Oh, it's for the ketchup drizzled on top. That's what the tomato's for.
Oh no, what a mistake.
And also from the
Absolute
picture, it looks like there's a
mistake.
cherry tomato in the mouth, and I'm not about cherry tomatoes at all. And then the last one is sugar, and I don't want my fish to be sweet. Like, I just don't.
Wait, do you have a problem with Swedish fish?
Sweet?
Is that
Sweet?
Swedish fish?
Oh, like the candy? Well, if I'm expecting candy, I feel like
Yeah.
that's a different story, but this is like a
That is
meal
a
fish.
sweet swimmer. Okay, say that 6 times real fast. Okay, sorry. That just alliterated way too well. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. And then the next one I have here is almond tofu. At a glance, looks like it'd be fine. I've never actually made tofu, but I feel like you need more than milk and sugar and almond. There's got to be like some tofu protein.
And the other apparently you need a coagulant. I
Yeah.
searched it up because I was curious. But also Genshin has a tofu ingredient. Mm-hmm. And it's not in almond tofu. So pay
Exposed. Okay.
yeah, literally. I don't understand why I got so tilted off that. I bought tofu because I expected it to be in the recipe, and I had 100 pieces of tofu and no almond tofu to make. Like,
And then the next one I have was the noodles one, the noodles with mountain delicacies, which it made sense. The only reason it's higher than the pancakes is the pancakes one's pretty perfect. It's flour, it's egg, and it's the berries, which I'm hoping you would add a little water to the egg. I don't really consider water like a main ingredient. Sometimes it's just there. So like, seems to make sense. And if you're able to make that beautiful a stack of pancakes with only flour, egg, and berry, good on you.
Damn.
Which I feel like would be doable much more than a delicious pine cone hash brown. So,
Okay.
I'll make you the pine cone hash brown, Kitty. Don't worry.
oh, I can totally wait for that. I am very much good.
When I leave my house, I'll be making it. Just remember that. I've been in my house for too long. I know it's only in my backyard, but I don't feel like going into my backyard to get the pine cone.
Have
Okay.
you seen the video where they substitute out Rice Krispies for sawdust? And then so they have like several tiers though. So like the first one is like all Rice Krispies, second one's like half or it's like 75% Rice Krispie, 25% sawdust, and then it goes to like 50, and then it's like all the way to full sawdust. I feel like that's basically going to be like the pine cone hash browns. To be fair, the 25% sawdust, like no one could tell the difference, so
Oh god.
scary. Okay.
That's
scary
That's
stuff.
I'm never eating Rice Krispies again.
great. Thank you. Oh no.
At the cereal. That's just sawdust, guys. But I feel like that's when it hit the bottom of the Rice Krispies box. It's just like, I can't eat this. This is all just powder.
Sawdust, dude.
Literally. So I think, based on what I heard, we all put it high on our rankings for the hash brown for whatever reasons we may
All
have.
for different reasons.
Mhm.
Yeah, true.
Yes, sir.
So are we good with that? That's our top
Yep,
choice for
hash
tonight.
browns are the best.
Mhm.
For sure, put
respect
them up
that.
there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And last, how are we gonna pick this?
Squirrelfish. Okay.
I mean, okay, wait.
Or almond tofu. For me, almond tofu is sort of a letdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna put almond tofu too.
I can put the tofu at the bottom.
Yeah, mine was like second last. So
Yeah, mama's also.
I don't think anyone really felt anything passionately about almond tofu.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it was just
Yeah.
kind of there. You know, it wasn't
Like-
remarkable.
Like, why?
It wasn't
Yeah, exactly.
overly wrong in its recipe.
Literally.
Just a mistake, honestly. Just a mistake.
Okay, well that's a good ranking. I feel like we got it.
Yes.
Sorry, almond tofu. Not today.
Not tomorrow either. Okay.
Unfortunate.
That's our show for tonight. Thank you, Nonsense Gamers, for joining in on our conversation. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast, and we will see you 2 weeks from now with new episodes every other Saturday. Boop.
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 Hey.
And that's a wrap. Boys. Kind of unlucky for almond tofu.